Hi faves, welcome back again to another video tutorial. In today's video, we will be cutting and sewing this beautiful milkmaid gathered dress with a Basque waistline. As you can tell from the video, I made this in order print for some of my customers who loved it on me. Also, a RTW business owners can use this pattern. And if you are interested in this, keep watching and let's get started.
Our hearts beat to the city street.
We are going to be making the dress with this floral crepe fabric. With me here, I have 3 yards. So let's get started. I have gone ahead to mark my lines, my necessary lines. So for my shoulder, I have my chest line, my bust point line, my under bust line, my waistline, and my basque effect line, which is 24. Okay, compute my shoulder. 15 divided by 2, I have 7.5. The same 7.5 I will place on my chest line here. 7.5. So this for my neckline opening, I'll do 6 inches downward, 6 inches downwards, and I'm just going to connect that line. So we label that as neckline opening. Okay, so come to your chest line. I'm just going to impute my bust divided by 4 plus 2 inches stitching allowance. 32, that's 8 inches. 8 inches plus 2 inches stitching allowance. My waist, that's 36 divided by 4, that's 9 inches plus 2 inches stitching allowance. Okay, so now I'm just going to connect all of these points together. Avoid pointy lines here. From this point, I'm just going to connect to this point, my basque line. So what to do here, since it's an off the shoulder dress, so you want to avoid gaping, you want it to be firm. I'm just going to do 6 inches here. 6 inches. I came inward by 1.5, so I have 6 inches here. I'm just going to connect this point to this point. Then I will cut it out. I'll use this to cut my back pattern first. Now after cutting, I have a space for the zipper here of 1.5 inches, and upper side here I have 1 inch for my elastic casing. I have half an inch stitching allowance down here. On the CF at the underbust line, I made this arrow. So I'm just going to cut through this arrow like this. Okay guys, so what I have here is my front pattern, and then I have 1 inch allowance here for me to fold over for my elastic casing. I have half an inch down here, and this space is for the ruffles at the center front. I have 8.5 here, 8, and then for this part I have 1 fabric, 1 lining, half an inch stitching allowance here. So I'm just going to notch the center front like this. Let's set this aside. Now what to do here is to, all right guys, so what I did here is that this center front I folded in 1/4 inch twice and then stitch that down. 1 inch for our elastic casing on the chest line. So now what you do is that from this 1 inch, come down by 3 inches. All right, from this 3 inches you stitch it down. After stitching down, you're just going to fold this over like this and stitch that point down. Here is the opening of the center front, and now I have this created. To create this you need a length of 25 inches, and the width is 1.5. So what to do is this: fold in half like this, fold over this way, fold over this way, and then fold it again, and then you stitch it down. Then you have this. So you're just going to do this. So I'll use my safety pin to insert it here like this, like that. and make sure that it's the secure edge you have on the center front like this, and then you secure this part with a pin like so, and then I'll do the same on this second side. I'll meet us gather the underbust and then fix it to this part. Here is what it look like after I have run the gathers on it. Now the I said we have a fabric and we have the lining for this part. So what you're going to do now is to place this this notch part goes in here, right side facing. You can as well take this down like this. While stitching, you want to make sure that this gathers fitting into this. All right, after you've pinned this down, all right, open it up this way, then you cover this up like this. Here is what the front is looking like. On to the back. Here's the back side. So here is our shoulder line, the 1 inch we left here. I'm just going to fold it in like this, stitch it down, and also do the same and meet us here. The back pattern now. All right, we're just going to sandwich this to the front and stitch it down on the side. Now guys, for the sleeve I have 21 inches on fold, which means if we open this up we have 42 inches wide, and then the length of this is 16 inches. The length of this is 16 inches. Now what I will do is this. I'm just going to bring this over here like this. So I'm just going to leave 1 inch for my elastic casing here. Of course, we'll be having an elastic casing at the down part also. So watch what I'll be doing. This is simply what I will do. All right, I'm just going to do this. So I simply use the front pattern just so that I have the same armhole curve at the end of the day. I'm just going to fold this over. I'll fold it over like this. Again, I'll stick that down. Okay, I'll do the same at the down part, fold over and stitch it down. Then I'll come back to meet us here. So here is what my sleeve is looking like. So for this shoulder part, I cut the elastic to be 9 inches. Then this down part, which is my bicep, I cut the elastic to be 12 inches. Okay, so I will just use this pin to insert it up and down. Okay, just going to do it this way, and then I'll secure it with a pin like this. I'll secure it also with a pin. I'll do the same here. The two sleeves are looking this way now. Now I'm just going to close this. I'll stitch down the side seam. I'll stitch it down like so on the two sleeve. So guys, we are just to attach the sleeve to the bodice now. So the armhole of the sleeve matches up with the armhole of the body. So I'm just going to stitch that down. Guys, we're just going to work on the down part now, the ruffle. I'm working with a length of 42 inches. Now my original waistline is 19 inches. So 42 minus 19 gives us 23 inches plus 1 inch hemming allowance. So we will have 24 inches length to work with. Here with me is a length of 24 inches. Then you can do your waist times 3, your waistline times 3. But here I have 3 yards. It is 3 yards long. Okay, so I'm just going to fold the down part like so, and then make a gathering stitches round this. Okay, here is what my gathered effect looks like. So I'm just going to now find the center point on this, like this, and then the part you have notched, goes into this pinned part as shown. So right side facing as shown, this notched part goes in. After pinning down, stitch to the right and then stitch from the center again to the left, and then after you are done, go ahead to fix your zipper on this. And that's the end of our video. Thank you for watching. I love you guys. I'll see you in my next one. Bye.